Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Michael Ellenberg. We're here to talk about I Am a Virgo. I just have so many questions about this project, and I want to know, what did you think about this project when you got on with it? And I just want to know your thoughts, because it just seeing it on paper, I was like, what? Then watching it, I was really, really into it. But it's so different and just so interesting. So, talk
Yeah, I
to me
mean,
about it.
as a producer, I'm drawn, and for Media Res, we're drawn to what's new, provocative, daring. We want to give audiences a completely unique, different experience. We live in an era of so much volume, and so
Mhm,
you got to stand out from the pack. And when
mhm.
Sorry to Bother You at Sundance when it debuted, I'd never seen anything like it. Boots
Right.
Riley is a visionary artist, completely original. There's reference points, but it's singular, and so
Mhm,
I chased him hard is the real answer to this,
mhm,
and said you should do a series. It was such a big vision, and so many ideas. And series would afford him the ability to go down a lot of little corners that in a feature you can't explore all the ideas in his head really.
mhm,
And so he then we made a development deal. He pitched this idea about 13 foot tall young African American man, and I was hooked, to be honest. And when you hear him talk about it, because it's kind of what you now saw, like the log line's one thing, but the idea is this isn't CG, it's handmade, it's real, it's happening as
mhm,
much as possible. It's fantastical, but it's not artificial. And
mhm,
so the promise was like go on this wild joyride, experience. It's a coming of age story first and foremost, but
mhm,
it's also a kind of raucous view of how our politics work, our economics work. It is about Black identity, but it's also about political identity. It's about the working class. The
mhm,
hero in this piece is, I'm making air quotes, is the villain of the piece. And Cootie, it's a story where an individual finding their voice and power. It's not in separate from others as that vision is usually laid out. Like for Boots, it's about community. He only becomes somebody through the people in his life,
mhm.
through the friends he makes, through his community, through his family. It's building a larger world that he actually even can find his voice. So it's a really unique vision, and one that feels frankly truer to life than most of the, let's say, superhero stories we experience.
Definitely. And what I loved about it is that while we have this, I mean, with the 13-foot giant here, but he was able to, in his own way, develop relationships that didn't ostracize him. Like it wasn't like there's this sort of this almost like an elephant in the room thing. I mean, quite literally just about that big to in comparison. But he still has, his interpersonal relationships with his parents, with a love interest, and it's just without giving anything away, it's like he's still able to partake in the world in his own way that didn't make it feel weird. Like you just immersed in their world.
Yeah, I mean the obviously there's a big metaphor to this, which is for anyone can relate to the notion of reaching a certain on the cusp of adulthood, and you're not yet comfortable in your skin, and you're trying to figure out how
Mm-hmm.
the world to see you and kind of find your peace with that. Then there's an extra meaning, I think, and certainly Boots is an African American man. There's an extra meaning as a story about an African American man entering the world, which is people both look up to you and they look down at you, right? And finding,
Mm-hmm.
and so for Cootie, and I think what Jerome channeled is Jerome plays it straight. He's not looking, he's not, he just is this way, right? He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
feel it's better than others or worse than, right? But he doesn't know
Mm-hmm.
why, right? He's trying to find his, like, he does want to find purpose and meaning in it, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so we see him interact with all kinds of people with different ideas. There's a love interest, there's a real political radical,
Mm-hmm.
the hero there's someone else who sees him as a means of exploitation, and he has to figure out what's he about, what's he stand for, what and that's the journey he goes on.
Mm-hmm. No, all the ideas are just so very well developed in that their universe. I think that it was just an excellent piece, and I was happy to watch it. And I thank you for your time. I know that we
Okay,
do have
thank
to
you
run.
so
Yes,
much.
yes, thank you. So
Yeah.
yes, once again, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Michael Ellenberg. We were here to talk about I'm a Virgo. It's about a 13-foot tall giant in Oakland, California, and it's so good. And I was able to binge it, and I did enjoy it, and I know other people will enjoy it too. It's premiering on Prime Video. If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.